What's going on, guys? My name is Joseph Leon. Thank you for tuning into my channel this week. Today is January 2nd, 2022, guys. This is week 1. Today's Sunday, and what we're going to be doing today and what I'm going to be giving you guys a little bit of a glimpse of is what I do to prepare my meals. I don't prepare my meals for the whole week just because I don't have the luxury of cooking, for a long amount of time and prepping 15, 20 meals, whatever it may be. I like to prep for a couple days at a time. So they say if you fail to plan, guys, and you're planning to fail. So I try my best to cook at least a couple meals for myself, or at least that'll last me a couple days. Whether it be lunch, dinner, snacks, whatever it may be. That's the one thing that I've noticed. Probably the most important thing that I've noticed for me, at least, is exercising really isn't hard for me. Is it fun? Not all the time. Do I like the feeling of it after I'm done? Yes, of course, I love it. But what I have noticed is that the dieting is key. So when I say that, guys, believe me, that is what is probably most important, at least for me. Another thing is, guys, I don't go above and beyond. I don't go crazy like some of these guys out there that have these YouTube channels that give you different recipes on like pizzas and treats and stuff like that. Although some of those things look great and I would love to try it. Again, I just don't have too much time on my hands to be able to do all that stuff, even though some of it doesn't look like it's very time consuming. But I like to keep it simple. Lean ground beef, chicken, steak, turkey, some rice, some greens, and believe me, guys, vegetables is another thing that I struggle with. I do not like vegetables, but I've come to like different types of vegetables. Not very many, but broccoli, asparagus, spinach. It works for me. But yes, for me, that is a way of keeping it simple, guys, and that's just what I like to do. So I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a glimpse on what I do to prepare my food. So go ahead and join me. Alright, guys, so right now it is 8:02. Earlier when I was coming to you guys, it was about a little bit after 6 o'clock. So got to cooking. It's 8:02 now, so I don't know, a little bit over an hour and a half, give or take. Got some, as you guys saw previously, I have some steak, some chicken, some asparagus, spinach, some rice, and then I even got a chance to make some of the oats with some unsweet almond milk. What I do with those is I put them in the refrigerator, and then I let them get, it gets kind of hard, and then in the morning when I eat it or whatever, after a meal for a snack or whatever it may be, I will get some fruit, whether it be some strawberries. I'll cut up some strawberries or some blueberries, blackberries, something, whatever I feel like having. I put some of that on top and I just mix it all together, guys, and ooh, man, makes for a really good treat, guys. So hope you enjoyed that clip. Like I said, overall it was maybe about an hour and a half of my time, but as you can see, guys, I got 4 of the oats that I made, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 meals that I was able to get out of the steak and chicken. So like I said, some asparagus and some spinach and some rice. So overall, guys, I will probably say this will last me 2 to 3 days. I try to eat at least two good meals, and throughout the rest of the day I'll either snack on something like this, on an apple or something like that, just some a protein shake, something light, not to overdo it, but yeah. So there you have it, guys. Hey, what's going on, guys? It is Monday, January 3rd, and in this video, this is probably going to be the last part of the video. I know it's only Monday. My plan was to record little tidbits throughout the whole week and upload that in the video and post it at the end of the week, but I want to kind of backtrack. I feel like I'm getting a little bit too far ahead of myself, so I kind of want to backtrack. I know you guys saw the food, a little bit of the food, and a little my fast forward workout this morning, but I just kind of wanted to backtrack a little bit and kind of let you guys know where I started out at, just to kind of give you guys an idea of where I was, you know. So when I started to work out, it was right at the height of the pandemic, you know. Unfortunate, very unfortunate, horrible thing that has happened with this pandemic. But it was kind of a blessing in disguise for myself and my wife, as I'm sure for a lot of people, you know, that decided to start working out or started to get fit, you know, for themselves. And it was actually my wife that had took that step and said, hey, I want to start working out. And I said, great, cool, how? All the gyms are closed. What are you gonna go do? Run around the block or walk around the block? She's like, no, I came across this guy, Shaun T, Beachbody. And before we go any further, guys, I'm not selling anything. I'm not trying to pitch anything or anything like that. So, you know, this is Beachbody is just where the programs that we use to work out, and we use the products. They're incredible. Check them out. It's awesome. But I'm not trying to sell anything. So, but she came across Shaun T, and I said, hey, yeah, I know Shaun T, man. His workouts are incredible. You know, I was doing Insanity, you know, back in 2010, and I remember clearly because it was right before our daughter was born. And I was on the program for a few weeks, was doing great. I felt like I was killing it, you know, and stuff like that. And then, boom, our daughter's born. We're in the hospital for a couple of days. We come home. I'm helping the wife, you know, a little bit that I can, and trying to help her take care of the baby, help her get rest and all that, so everything stops. Maybe some of you guys can relate with that, you know, in some area of your life or another, you know. But it stopped in 2010, and then up until 2020, you know, when I got out of high school, I was probably about 160 pounds, and up until 2020, I reached 280 pounds, guys. 280 pounds. And to put that in perspective, I'm not a tall guy, so there's no reason why I should even be over 200 pounds. I'm like 5'6", 5'7". I'm gonna take the half, you know, so I'm not very tall, you know, but I was about 280 pounds. And to give you guys an idea, throughout, most of you guys who are watching this video probably know me, all of you guys, all 13 of you guys, you know. But I was always active throughout school. You know, as a kid, I never had any weight issues. I was never overweight. Played baseball, basketball, ran track, played football. Was never really any good at any of it, but you know, I did it. You know, I played. I was active. You know, I was always running around as a kid, out in the streets, playing football, basketball. You know, even throughout school. You know, throughout school, I was never really inside. You know, I was the kid when they say, "Hey, you know, your mom came screaming for you when the street lights came on and it was dark outside. She was telling you, hey, you need to come inside." My friends and I, we were those kids, you know. We were always outside till it was dark, you know, until we couldn't see anymore, playing football or basketball, you know. So never had any weight issues, you know. Never was a big kid growing up, you know. And when I got to the 280 pounds, guys, I was just like in disbelief, man, you know. You know, people would tell me like, hey, man, you're getting big, you know. They would call me Gordo, you know, and they would have different names for me, you know. So it was kind of discouraging, you know, but it kind of put things into perspective for me, like, hey, man, like, this is who you were, and this is how far you've come. This is what you've become, you know. So what are we gonna do about it? You know, I want to be healthy for my kids and my family, so I knew I needed to do something, you know. So going back to the Beachbody thing, my wife is the one who actually got me into it, and I said, hey, you go for it, you know, have at it, you know, have fun, cool, yeah, Shaun T is awesome, you're gonna love his workouts, you know. But when I saw her start, something triggered in me, something clicked for me, and I said, man, I gotta be a part of that, you know. So I started, you know, not only for myself, but it also brought motivation to her as well, you know. We partnered up on this thing, and we said, hey, let's push each other, you know, and that's what we did, you know. So just wanted to give you guys an idea of where I started out at. 280 pounds back in 2020 at the height of the pandemic. Was very unhealthy, guys. Had no energy, and would wake up and get out of bed and was feeling horrible already in the morning to start my day off. I worked in construction for over 10 plus years, and at a very young age, at the age of 22, I took on a lot of responsibility. I was fortunate, I guess you can say, for the company that I was working at, but at the same time, I took on a lot of responsibility. And as a young man trying to prove myself, I put a lot of stress on myself. And the way I found my relief through that stress was through eating. A lot of guys in construction, they smoke, they drink. I don't do any of that. That's not advice for me. But the eating was, drinking sodas was, eating really late at night, wings, burgers, pizza. And even at lunchtime, we're outside in the field for 10 to 12 hours a day. We really don't have the luxury of going up to a microwave and heating our food up. We get a 30-minute lunch break, and that was about it. So for me to say, hey, let me find the nearest Whataburger or Chick-fil-A or McDonald's, and I'm just gonna run and get something real quick, and scarf it down. That was our lunch day in and day out. Every once in a while, we would bring tacos. You leave the house at 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning, and your tacos are cold, by the time 12 o'clock comes rolling around. So if you wanted a nice, decent, hot meal, there we went, rushing to get some fast food, So it all added up, man, just really all the stress and really eating horrible and me finding my comfort in that. It just really took me to a place that I never want to be again, and this channel isn't really going to be for me to give tips and advice, but more of, like I said in the first video, it's going to be for me to track, right? I want to track my progress. When I get to the end of the year, I plan to put up one video every week, just little tidbits throughout my week of maybe some of stuff that I'm doing, and just to be able to track that progress. So when we get to the end of the year, I can come back and say, hey, Joseph, this is what we did. This is what we accomplished. And I'm hoping you guys can be part of that and support that. And who knows, maybe throughout this whole process, maybe motivate a person or two to, get up and start doing something for themselves that may need it, and it may not just be through weight. There might be some other issues that somebody's dealing with, that, hey, through working out, you're able to relieve those stresses. Because I can tell you that's one thing that I've experienced through working out. I still face my stress at work, or whatever, but through working out, it has helped tremendously, guys. Being able to push myself and exert myself through working out, I mean, it has done wonders for my stress levels, so I'm probably going to end this video here. I know you guys saw a little bit of the food, a little bit of the workout, and I will get more into depth about those workouts and give you guys kind of an idea, not so much of an idea, right, but just kind of show you what I do and a little bit of information on them, but before I got too far, I just kind of wanted to give you guys an idea of where I started. I'll probably do another video of where I'm at currently, some of the challenges that I've faced, hitting that wall, so to speak, when you reach a certain limit and you think you're doing good, and then boom, you just can't break, that barrier that you've been trying to get through, you kind of hit that wall, so to speak, and then doing another video on where what the ultimate goal is, right? And then we can take a deeper dive into the workouts and kind of what I do. And also I'm really dreading it, but I do plan to put up progress pictures, which is going to be a horrible thing. That's going to be really hard for me to do, but I do plan on putting progress pictures up, to also show physically, so that way you guys can see how bad it was. And just take it from there. Like I said, this isn't going to be a channel that I'm not the guru. I'm not an expert by no means. This is just for me to track the progress and hopefully have you guys support and be part of that. And and yeah, just take it from there. So this is probably going to be the last part of this video for this week. I don't want to make a long drawn out video of just a bunch of random stuff, but I just more than anything wanted to give you guys the breakdown of where it was that I started, some of the things that I was experiencing. So keep staying tuned, guys. If you guys haven't subscribed, please subscribe, hit the follow button, hit the like button, share with any of your friends that you may think that might benefit from it, and just support, guys. You know, if y'all support will be much greatly appreciated, and it'll be a fun thing to have you guys join me along this journey as I continue to get to that ultimate goal, you know. So support one another. Let's do this thing, guys, and can't wait to see you guys on the next one.